All right, Betty. Betty, where are you from originally? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up here in Manchester, Kentucky.
Tell me about your parents growing up. You had mom and dad?
Oh, my mom and dad, my mom's name was Sally Wagers. Dad's name was Chester Wagers. They called him Tito Wagers. My dad was no good. They pronounced him as a whore. That's what I called him anyway. He let us go hungry. My mom was a hard-working woman. She raised 8 of us. My dad let us go hungry for weeks at a time. Then I got tired of it. I got married. I married a good man, and he was a veteran. And I tricked him in a divorce. I had a kid by him. I had a kid first out of wedlock. Then I married this veteran. And then I tricked him into divorce and married this man. He was wealthy. We got into this dope business, and I got on dope. And we bought kilos of cocaine. I was on cocaine so bad. I'd started smoking an ounce, snorting it first. I'd snort an ounce a night. Then I started smoking ounces at a night, every night of my life. Then I divorced him. Then I started shooting it. I'd shoot every night. My oldest son caught me, and he told my ex-husband about it, but I divorced him. I had divorced him, and my son had told on me. My ex-husband caught me in the store. He said, "Are you shooting up, Betty?" And I said, "Well, no, I ain't shooting up. What are you talking about?" He said, "Sammy told me you were shooting up." I said, "Well, was it in any of your business if I am?" But I'm not. But I was. I was shooting up. And I kept shooting up, shooting up. And then I got on this stuff that they say, meth now. That's not meth to me. But I got on it, shooting up. Till I got taking care of my mom, she got old and feeble. Nobody take care of her but me. I took care of her till she died. Then I got back on it again. And I seen the cops beat my brother up and killed him. I got off of it. But my sons was on it so bad, I seen them shooting it in their neck. I don't never want it anymore because it's the devil's work. To me, cocaine, meth, I was on cocaine, I guess it's the devil's work. Meth is the devil's work worse than anything. I don't never want it in my children's life, which my oldest son's still on. I can't get him off from it. I've been begging to him. I took him to rehabs. I've done everything. I'm not on it no more, thank God. But he is. I can't get him off from it.
What was your brother doing that got him shot by the cops?
He was doing dope, but he thought my sister-in-law had got it and hid it from him. So he was just trying to lead her into the house, but my niece thought he was going to beat her, but he wasn't beating her. I followed him into the house, to the hall, but he'd locked the door. My niece got scared and thought he was going to beat her, so she called the law. And he said, she's hollered, "We ain't doing nothing in here but talking." That's all they was doing. I was listening. The cops kicked the door down. My brother said, "You got no right kicking my doors down." They first kicked him in the stomach and kicked his hat from off his head and kicked him to the floor and started kicking him. I said, "You got no right doing that. He's got a broke neck and a hip replacement." They said, "We got any right to do anything we want to." And his wife spoke up and said, "He's not doing nothing to me." They called her a lying, nasty whore. Said, "You're a lying, nasty, dirty whore." And she said, "He's doing nothing to me. You see that?" They kept kicking my brother and beating him. And they took him to jail and he died. He died. He bled internal in jail. They let him lay there and bled. My baby brother, was already in jail. And he kept beating for that button, and that time they got him in Hazard Hospital, he died there. He died by the time they got him there.
So you've been married twice?
Yeah, but I married my last husband 3 times.
You did?
Because of the cocaine.
But you kind of said that you married him for his money?
I married him for the money and the dope.
Do you regret that now?
Yeah, I regret that now. Because I was abused by him. He beat me every night of my life. He promised me, if you smoke it with me, I won't touch you, I promise you. But he beat me and he threatened my kids. If you leave me, I will kill you, and I will kill the kids. And I'll go through the mountains and kill every one of your family. So I would stay there and take them beatings. Till I got so tired of it, I took the beating so long I had to leave. He went to prison, but it wasn't my fault, but I ended saying nothing or doing nothing about it. He went to prison, but it wasn't my fault. I got thrown out of his vehicle and done that up there too. I went through surgery twice in 2000 by him throwing me out of his vehicle. I had 3 surgeries in 2000, once there and twice here. He treated me like a dog.
How old are you now?
I'm 65 now.
65.
I married him back in, when my baby got took from me in 70. No, he was born in 79 and 89. 86. We married in 86. And I divorced him 3 times. And the last time was in 2000.
Do you think growing up here in Appalachia is it's so difficult for people? And
I hope he never gets married and treats another woman like he does me.
But do you think living here in Appalachia is what made your life so difficult?
Probably. I'd say so. Being on dope, and being around him on dope, yeah. I had a good life till then. I think the dope done it.
Yeah. So many people are on drugs
on
here.
Dope, yeah.
Why do you think so many people are falling victim to that?
Because I don't think there's no work around for them. If there was jobs, I think they would get off dope. Or if they'd get off dope and try to hunt work, maybe they could have a life. My heart goes out for people on dope. Because I was on it. I'm one of the dope people that was on it. I hope nobody was on it. And like I said, my oldest son's on it. I don't want nobody on it. My youngest son was on it. He would worry me to death. He'd shoot up in his neck. He would scare me so bad I'd hate to see him. I'd hate to visit him. And my youngest brother, he does it right now, right in his neck. And that's dangerous, That's close to your heart. Any of it's dangerous. But I was bad on it. I'd shoot up in my breast, anywhere I could find a vein. I've not got no veins in my arms, but if I did, I wouldn't shoot up. I wouldn't use it no way no more. I was bad on cocaine, worse than any of it. But when I done cocaine, meth was round ball, 8 ball was where you had to shave out. It wasn't meth like now. But I have done meth like it is now. But like I said, if there were jobs around, I believe people would get off from it. Clay County is the worst place I've ever seen. Been around, I guess it's everywhere, but Clay County is the worst place I've ever seen.
Have you traveled the United States?
I know, like I said, I've been to Richmond, Indiana, I'm not seeing it, but heroin and stuff like that's around like there up there. Coldwater, Michigan. I never seen dope when I lived there. It's probably there, but I never wasn't in contact with it. I got a nephew in Coldwater in Richmond, Indiana right now, and he just got out of prison. He's back on heroin again. That's what's in him.
What would you say is your biggest fear, Betty?
I'd say right now heroin's the biggest fear.
That you're going to get back on it?
No, I'm not. He is.
Your son?
No, my nephew.
Your nephew?
Yeah, he's back up. And that scares me. I mean, it's back here, and so is them, what do you call them, Vietnam. That's back here. Mm-hmm. I'm scared of it. I'm afraid my son that can't hear and talk, he loves nerve pills. And he don't know a difference in Vietnam and nerve pills. He thinks them Xanax, he calls them Xanax bars. That ain't a Xanax bar, that's Vietnam. And one of these days I look to wake up and him not be hearing them over the devil taken from me.
What would you say, Betty, is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
The what?
The most important lesson you've learned in your life?
Doing dope. That's the most important thing I've learned in my life, quit doing dope.
Mm-hmm. All right, Betty. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
I wouldn't want nobody to do it. I learned my lesson.
Thank you.